Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the study of the science of worship, Puja of Ramakrishna. We are now in the process of showing the demonstration of the puja articles and the puja, the way we do the puja. We have started it from the last class. So now today we will be demonstrating the Samanyarkhya Sthapana. But before that, I will take you through the process of Samanyarkhya, the theory part of it. And then we will go to the exact practical or the ritual part of the Samanyarkhya Sthapana. So the first portion is the Achamanam. So we have seen it in the last class. We even demonstrated it in detail about the Achamanam and the meaning of the mantras. But now we are going to the aspect of Samanya Arghya Sthapana. Now in English, the Samanya Arghya term is translated as general Arghya. This process of Samanya Arghya is to purify the water to be used in the puja. We are using water at different purposes to sprinkle on the deity or on the other things in puja. And we use water for bathing and so many other purposes. So all that water, we can't use it directly from the vessel or some other water, so we have to purify it. Ritualistically, we have to purify it. So this Samanya Arghya, this is to purify the water to be used in the puja. So it starts with on the floor in the front, slightly to the left, draw with the right ring finger dipped in water, Ganga water or even ordinary water, a triangle, a circle enclosing it, and then a square around that. Worship this diagram with the flowers which smeared with sandal paste saying. So now we have shown that in detail. You can go to the earlier puja of the Samanya Arghya. In the earlier videos we have given the picture, we have gone to the details of that and we have explained. Maybe we can try to explain this even in later on classes too if you need it, but we have already done it. It is there in the videos. If you go to our Sri Ramakrishna Center of Johannesburg YouTube channel, you can find in the playlist the science of worship. In the beginning you can get all these videos where we have shown all this picture, how to draw it, what is the significance, what is the mantra. So now a triangle, so the triangle has a center. So with this concentric triangle, a concentric circle is drawn. Now the circle circumference will be touching the three angles of the triangle. That's why it's called concentric, means it has both the triangle and the circle is the same center, around which we have to draw a square. Again, this square is also touching the circumference of the circle and also the angle, all the three angles of the triangle. So that is also concentric. All these three figures are concentric. That's single center. So now after drawing this triangle, then concentric circle and the square with the ring finger, dipping it in the water, then you have to worship this picture. A detailed explanation of this I have given already. Again I will give, even in the Vishesharghya Sthapana I gave this explanation in detail. I can take you through again, but let us finish all this demonstration process. Then you will have a good idea how to do it. Then if I explain it, I think you will be in a better position. Now we'll take you through the theory portion and then go to the demonstration. So after worshipping or drawing this diagram, it's called mandala. So worship this diagram, mandala, with flowers besmeared with sandal paste, saying the mantra is Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Adhara Shaktyadibhyo Namaha. Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Adhara Shaktyadibhyo Namaha. So it is drawn on the ground. I told you how to do that. This is to purify the water to be used in the puja. The samanya on the floor, in front, slightly to the left. Draw with the right ring finger dipped in water a triangle and a circle enclosing it, and then a square around that. So the picture is shown. If you want, you can go back to the video. It is there in the beginning. I can show you in the later on classes too after the demonstration. Worship this diagram with the flower bespread with sandal paste, saying Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Adhar Shaktyadibhyo Namaha. Then wash the kosha. Last time we have shown that video in which we showed what is kosha. The copper vessel, which is like that, the shape of a heart or a little elongated, bigger one, copper vessel. So that is called kosha. And there is a smaller one, like the fish, another copper vessel, that is called kushi. So both of them later on will be referred as kosha and kushi, koshika or kushi. So you have to wash that first with water, sprinkle water on that, telling pat pat. So this home pat or pat is used to chase away something. Suppose there is a bird perching, you don't want that bird or something which you don't like it, you clap the hands and you tell the bird pat in Hindi, or in Sanskrit chal pat. In Hindi they will tell chal pat means get lost. So here by using the word pat, what is asked to get lost? The negative thought or the impurity is removed by telling that word pat. So that's why the word pat is used, to chase away something. Here the agnana, the ignorance, is removed or chased away from our mind by telling that mantra pat. It is a bija mantra. It is taken as a single syllabled pat, the word alphabet. So now after washing that kosha and kushi with water, Ganga water or ordinary water, then when you are sprinkling, doing that, you have to tell pat pat to remove that negative thing in that. Then place that on the diagram. Wash the kosha and kushi with water uttering pat. Then place it over the figure mandala which you have drawn now, uttering. Then after that uttering namaha. Fill that kosha, that bigger vessel, with the water. While you are filling it, you have to utter the mantra Om. Then place an arghya. We have taught in the beginning earlier how to prepare the arghya. We need not go into the detail again. So place an arghya with that bilva, sandalwood paste, both white and red, applied on that all the 3 leaf. Then we put the durva grass. Then we put on the, after the durva grass, we put on the flower. Then akshata is also placed on that sandal paste. Then flower. The whole thing is called arghya. It is indicative of our mind or our whole personality. We are offering that at the feet of the Lord. So now the arghya is placed on the tip of the kosha. It is now demonstrated. You can watch it. I am explaining it now so that you will get an idea what is done there. Now chant the following mantra touching the water in the kosha with Ankusha Mudra. We have earlier shown what is Ankusha Mudra. This is Ankusha Mudra. So people, this is Ankusha, the gourd. This is a mudra. Last time when I was showing this mudra long back, the people in the, it will be artificial intelligence, thought I am showing something, pointing fingers and mantra, telling that they thought I am quarreling with somebody, and they cut off the video in the beginning of the puja class. So it is a mudra, Ankusha Mudra. So I will not go to show in detail, because again they may cut off the video here, the YouTube people, thinking that I am showing some fingers at somebody. So now Ankusha Mudra, this is indicative of the goat, the elephant Mahut, who controls the elephant will have a gourd in his hand. So that is called Ankusha. Ganesh also you can see is having that as a weapon in his hand. Pasha Ankusha. Pasha Ankusha Dharinam. Lord Ganesha is having in one hand the Pasha and the Ankusha. So the mudra of the Ankusha is this one. So thereby invoking, now you have to touch the water you have poured into that vessel, tamra, that vessel, copper vessel, and touch that to the with that edge of the Ankusha mudra. Then tell the mantra Om Gange Chayamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sanidin Kuru. Thereby invoking the holy waters from the solar region. I will give you an explanation of what is the solar region and other things in the next class, but now let us concentrate on the demonstration. So then putting a few fragrant flowers with sandal paste as well as some rice, that is akshata, into this water, because we are worshipping that water now. Then what are we supposed to do? Show Avaguntana Mudra, saying whom, this is Avaguntana. This is covering the wheel on the face. So we catch hold of the wheel in this way. So Avaguntana Mudra, like this. So now in the video it will be shown exactly how to do that on that particular kosha or kushi. So now water showing Avaguntana Mudra, saying whom, the mantra is whom. Again I have told you earlier many times, whom is the bija mantra used to awaken the kundalini, the sleeping kundalini. Whom is the mantra. In English, H-U-M can become hum. So it is elongated. H-U elongated yam or H-O-O-M. Whom. So in North India and in Bengal, they will stop at the nasal thing. Whom. So in South India and other places, they will end with the ma, makara, because when something is ended according to Panini grammar, it will be taking the form of ma, whom. So either way it is correct, whom or whom. So now with the Avaguntana Mudra, then you have to show the Dhenu Mudra. What is Dhenu Mudra? The udder of the cow. So Dhenu Mudra is like this, just like the udder of the cow. It is to be shown on the water. That is Amritikarana. It is the Dhenu here is representing the Kamadhenu, the celestial cow, which came during the Samudra Mantana. So its milk is considered as Amrita or nectar. So now when you do show this mudra, Amritikarana Mudra or the Dhenu Mudra, you are uttering the Varuna Bija Mantra or Amrita Bija Mantra, Vam. So now you have to feel that the water has become nectarine, or not the fruit nectar in South Africa, but it is the nectar means Amrita. Consciousness, pure consciousness, the Lord Parabrahma Swarupa. So Amritikarana, Dhenu Mudra, saying Vam and covering it with next Matsya Mudra, that is the fish Mudra. I will show you how to do that. Repeat Om 10 times. Or the Bija Mantra, the what do you call the, see this is the Matsya Mudra, the right hand like this, left hand over that, right hand below, you have to do the japa here with the Matsya. Keep it on the place like this, then doing like this is Matsya Mudra, fish Mudra. Then you have to do the japa on the, in the right hand under this on the thing. So Bija Mantra of Mula Mantra is used, I'm 10 times, or Om, any of that. Either of that can be done. So that is the process. Now we will go to explain the significance of it. We'll take some time to explain it, though I have explained it earlier. Again I will go through that so that you will replenish or refresh your memory. So the significance of the diagram of the triangle and other things I will take up in the next class. This process for consecrating in a general way the water that is used for the worship is called Samanyarghya. I have explained you how to do it. Now What is the significance behind it? In this verse, Om Gange Yamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri, there are 7 rivers. These are all the female rivers. There are 2 types of rivers, male and female. Female rivers are called as Nadi. Ikara. Ikarantaha Strilingaha Nadi Shabdaha. That is the feminine gender. Nada means Akarantaha Pullingaha Nada Shabdaha. That is Pullinga, male. So Nada means male rivers. Brahma Putra, son of Brahma, that is male. You see Putra, male. Putri means female. So now all these 7 rivers, important 7 rivers, sacred rivers are female. That's why it's called Nadi. So all these 7 rivers which are in the solar orb are invoked by the Ankusha Mudra into our place where we are using it. So it becomes sacred. The sacred rivers are invoked. So this also is used, this mantra, for invoking water and making the tirtha, the water, sacred. Whether you are cooking, whether you are taking bath, you can with this Ankusha Mudra or even without Ankusha Mudra, with this mantra you can invoke that water and make purified, and you can use that for bathing, you can use it for cooking, then you will have a very good feeling. So this mantra can be used for that. Om Gange Yamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sanidhim Kuru. Om Gange, the name of the river, important river. Cha means and, Yamuna, Yamune, Chaiva, Cha Eva, and Gange, Yamune, Godavari. Here people should not pronounce Godavari, it's not Godavari, it is Go elongated, Da-vari, Godavari. So Gange, Yamune, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmade, Sindhu, Kaveri. So 7 rivers. Jale, in this water. Asmin means in this water where we want to use it for the purpose. We are converting it into, transforming it into tirtha. Sannidhim, your presence be felt. Kuru, oh, all the 7 rivers. Mothers, please come and make your presence felt in this water. That is the meaning of the mantra. So why is the Avaguntana Mudra showed here? So in this verse, Om Gange Yamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sanidhim Kuru. The presence of all the sacred rivers is invoked into the consecrated water by that Ankusha Mudra. Now we are looking it into the Avaguntana Mudra. I showed you what is Avaguntana Mudra. Is for the right hand, it is like this, but it's shown generally in the left hand. How is it shown in the left hand? Like this. You've seen in North India and also in South India, all over India, the mothers have their heads covered with the veil. It will be covering the face. So when they want to remove that pallu or that covering veil, so how do they do that? In these 2 fingers, they catch hold of that and pull it out. So that's why this Avaguntan in Sanskrit means that covering, pallu. Avaguntana Mudra means used to cover, open or close. So that mudra, like this, this is the Avaguntana Mudra. Like this. From with the left hand, it is from the left to the right. You do like this. On the whatever you want to do, Avaguntana, cover or uncover. So now I shall go to the significance of this Avaguntana Mudra. Is for uncovering the object before us, whatever we want to uncover, the wheel of ignorance. So we are seeing it as ordinary H2 water. So that wheel of ignorance, what we are seeing naturally, is to be removed. That wheel of ignorance is removed. That is the idea, which makes us see the ordinary water poured into the Samanyargya. That vessel being invoked by this act so that we see the sacred water of all the holy rivers by repeating the sound whom. We are repeating whom while doing the Avaguntana Mudra. I told it is used for awakening the Kundalini consciousness. So here whom is the wheel of ignorance is being, repeating the sound whom, the wheel of ignorance is being rent. So you got the significance of doing this Avaguntana Mudra. We are now going to the next thing is Ankusha Mudra. The Ankusha Mudra is a gourd. This mudra is for invoking holy water from the Surya Mandala. Ankusha Mudra is the elephant gourd. So to invoke water, we use this Ankusha Mudra. Then Dhenu Mudra, we use the Dhenu Mudra, the udder of the Kamadhenu, the celestial cow. Stands for the udder of the celestial cow, Kamadhenu, whose milk, as I explained, is representing the Amrita. And what is Amrita? I've told you, explained about that many times. Amrita. Mrita means death. Amrita means beyond death or no death. How can you get deathlessness? That is God. That is consciousness only. Atman can be deathless, immortal. So that consciousness is Amrita. It's not some water there to be, or some liquid there to be taken in to become immortal. It is the knowledge, it's the consciousness. So Dhenu Mudra stands for the udder of the celestial cow Kamadhenu, whose milk, the nectar of immortality, the Amrita. So fulfills all the desire. Here it is a symbol of immortality, which is being invoked into Surya, that Samanya Arghya, by uttering the Bija Mantra Vam, which is the Bija Mantra of Varuna, or Amrutikarana Mantra, which stands for the Amrutatva. The process being termed as Amrutikarana. So transforming the whole water as Amrita, consciousness, pure, as Atman. The whole process of puja is to purify everything. What is purification? To transform all that which you see as the world into God consciousness. That is the idea of puja, to see God everywhere. So we are invoking in these mantras and rituals. Finally, everything will be transformed into Amrita, immortality, and that is consciousness of God. So then, Matsya Mudra. What is this Matsya Mudra? What is the significance of this Matsya Mudra? Matsya means fish. The body of the fish is supposed to be made out of the same substance of water in which it lives. It is considered as having Ammaya Sharira, that is the body made out of water. In this case, the fish is considered to live in the sea of nectar. So the fish is living in the sea of nectar, ocean of nectar, immortality. So that's why that Matsya Mudra is indicating that the sea of immortality. So the fish is identical with this substance, Amrita. The worshipper should imagine himself to be such a fish. When you show the Matsya Mudra, the worshipper should imagine himself to be that fish, which is just like the fish is made out of the water, substance of water which it lives in. So now it is the water of immortality, Amrita. So the fish here is also living in that immortal Amrita, is also made out of Amrita. So now you have to imagine to be that fish, that is, you have become immortal, Amrita. The worshipper should imagine himself to be such a fish while showing the Matsya Mudra and contemplate his identity with Atman or Amrita or consciousness of the Samanya Arghya, uttering the mantra Om or Aim. Aim is also the Bija Mantra for pure consciousness or Guru. So we remember in this connection one incident in the life of Sri Ramakrishna. What is that? Which was related by Sri Ramakrishna, which happened during one of the periods of his stay at Kamarpukur, his birthplace. One day, he happened to be sitting in meditation in Kamarpukur in his house. People around were trying to talk to him, but an old lady who was adept in meditation, who had gone forward in spiritual life, when these other ladies and other people were trying to talk to Ramakrishna, that old lady of the place, who had known Ramakrishna since his boyhood or childhood and was herself practicing meditation, happened to come in. She looked at Ramakrishna, who was in meditation, and remarked she could understand the mind, what is happening within Ramakrishna. She was so adept in meditation. So she remarked to the others, now Gadai or Ramakrishna is now like a fish in the sea of Ananda, bliss, that is consciousness, is now like the fish in the sea of Ananda, bliss. Why do you disturb him? So she's telling all the other ladies who were chit-chatting or trying to talk to Ramakrishna, don't disturb him. He's swimming as a fish in the sea of Ananda, the consciousness. Why do you disturb him? So Sri Ramakrishna at the moment was actually in that mood, in that meditation. So later on, after coming down from that state, Ramakrishna, when he heard that, he was surprised. How could she know what was happening in my mind? How I was meditating, or in that same bhava, Ramakrishna was meditating as if he was a fish and swimming in that sea of immortality. And she could understand that because she was adept in meditation. So that can be taken here. So this Matsya Mudra, you are now become a fish in the the person who is putting that Matsya Mudra, who is showing the Matsya Mudra, should feel that he is become one in that immortality, just like the fish in the water. Become one with immortality. So now the consecrated water of the Samanya Argya or the general Argya has become not only the sacred water, 7 sacred water, but also the symbol of bliss of immortality, Amruti Karana, Amruta, of the infinite Lord, Parabrahman, and hence most worthy for the worship of the Lord. So there is a saying before the puja, I have explained about that. Devo Bhutva Devam Yajet. After becoming consciousness of God, you have to worship God. So now you are using also everything, the water and everything, transforming it into God himself, Amrita, immortal bliss. And that consciousness, with that water, we are worshipping God. God worshipping God by God. So now, next, the process, before going to the next process, Dwar Devata Puja, we will show the Samanya Argya demonstration. You can watch it, whatever I told, the process which is done and the significance, keeping this in mind. Now you can watch. Now the Swamiji, Yadavendranandaji Maharaj, will show us how to do the Samanya Argya. But inside that we have also included Achamana also. Again, you can weave the Achamana. You can go back to the last class and learn the Achamana, and immediately after Achamana it will be Samanya. Please watch it.
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं वरेण्यं वरदं शुभं नारायणं नमस्कृत्य सर्वकर्माणि कारयेत्.
Remember, Narayana had shown. Now Achamana is being done with the Gokarna Mudra. The hand is made into Gokarna posture. See the hand bent, like the ear of the cow. One drop of water is taken and sipped, and Om Vishnu each time is washing the hands and pouring into a small vessel kept there. You can see the Tamra Kunda, the vessel, copper vessel, and also Shivalinga is kept there. That is the Baneshwar Linga, and everything is arranged. And you can see the deities are also arranged on the left. It can be also arranged on the front. Please watch the Achmana process. You saw all where with all what mudras, everything, every part of the body is touched in Achmana. Om Apavitra Pavitro Va Sarvavastangatopi Va Smarit Pundarikaksham Sarvaya. So now Achmana is over. Now Samanya Argya process exactly begins. You can see now. Now the diagram is drawn there. You can see he moved that kosha. Water is put there. With that water in the ring finger of the right hand is drawing the triangle, concentric circle, and then the square. Now that yantra or that mandala is worshipped with flower dipped in sandal paste. Ite gandha pushpe adhara shaktyadim. See, he has worshipped it. Now he is washing the kosha and kushi. Fat. They are washed, and that water is poured into the special vessel which is kept there for using the wastewater. Then it is kept on the mandala. You can see the kosha kushi is kept on the mandala. Water is filled into it telling Om. Well, filling that Om Namaha Namaha Namaha. It's repeating Namaha Namaha while feeling that. Then now with the Ankusha Mudra. Now Arghya is being prepared. See the Bilva Patra, the sandal paste, both are applied. We have already explained how to prepare Arghya. Then Akshata is kept on all the three leaves, the rice. Then we are keeping the, now you can see the Durva grass and now flower on it. Now the Arghya is placed on the tip of that kosha. You can see how. Then Ankusha Mudra. See Ankusha Mudra. You feel that all the rivers are coming. Kaveri, Jalismin, Sanidhi, Guru. When you are doing that from the solar orb, all the rivers, 7 rivers came there. You are worshipping all that 7 rivers, tirthas, with the flower, sandal paste, then turva grass, then all other things are put there. Akshata, the rice. You are worshipping that water with that all those things. Now you are keeping that prokshaniya. Prokshaniya means which is used to sprinkle water after that. If you don't have that prokshaniya of the grass, you see that's prokshaniya. If you don't have that, you can just have the Bilupatra or your friend. See now, Dhenu, Avaguntana Mudra, then Dhenu Mudra, now Matsya Mudra. You can see how he is doing japa. So now the whole of Samanya Arghya process is over. So we are going to the next step, that is Dwara Devata Puja. What is Dwara? Dwara means door. So in that room sanctum or the place where you are worshipping, there will be a door for that to enter in. So now as we told, everything in the place around is worshipped. What is the reason for worshipping? To have a view that even the door is God, consciousness should be filled. The place you are sitting, the asana you are sitting, the ground, the door, the walls, the top, the roof, the bottom, the sides, all the 10 directions, everything you see God, consciousness and worship. Idea of worshipping is purifying everything. What is purification? Seeing consciousness or God or Atman everywhere. So now then you will become fit to worship God. Everything is made into, transformed into God. Now you are worshipping the Dwara Devata, the deities of the Dwara. Dwara means door. So we shall go to that process of Dwara Devata Puja, and after that, after explaining how to do the Dwara Puja in theory, I will go into the demonstration. Before that, let us see what is the significance of Dwara Devata Puja. Worship, in English you can tell, worship of the guardian deities of the door, Dwara Devata Puja. The worship of the group of guardian deities is meant to please them and to gain their blessings, so that the worship may be completed without any hindrance. The worshipper enters the worship room after obtaining the permission of the deities guarding its doors. When the guardian deities are pleased, they do not allow undesirable elements or negative elements like evil spirits, ghosts, etc. to enter that place. That is why the worship of the guardian deities is enjoined even before one enters the worship room. So that is the worship of the guardian deities of the door, Dwara Devata Puja. So now let me go into the process, how to do it. Dwara Puja or Dwara Devata Puja, worship of the deities of the door. Sprinkle a little water towards the door. What is the sprinkling here and here afterwards? Whenever sprinkle of water is mentioned, it is always from the purified water contained in the Samanya Arghya. We have prepared that water, so that water is used. So by sprinkling that water, which has been now transformed by Avaguntana Mudra, Dhenu Mudra, Matsya Mudra into Amrita, consciousness. So you are sprinkling not just water, consciousness, Amrita, to all the places and transforming that or deifying it into Amrita, seeing God everywhere. Okay. So here afterwards, whenever sprinkling of water is mentioned, it is always from the purified water contained in that kosha, Samanya Arghya, by means of bilwa leaf or by blades of kusha grass fastened together in the red thread. That is what we showed, that prokshana, which is to be kept immersed in the water, or by a flower if you don't have all those things, flower. So this is, whenever that word now sprinkling is used, you have to think of this water of the Samanyargya. So sprinkle a little water towards the door. Wherever you are sitting, that room they'll have a door. So you have to sprinkle water towards the door, saying Om Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha. So I am bowing down or doing Namaskar Namaha to the deities of the Dwara, of the doors. Om Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha. Will you chant that mantra? Om Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha. Om Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha. Then offer a flower touched with sandal paste, both red and white, towards the door. Now you are worshipping the deities of the door with the sandal paste. First you bow down to them, did namaskaram to them. Then you are worshipping them with the flower dipped in sandal paste. That is, sandal paste dipping is with devotion. With the mantra Om Ete Gandha Pushpe, this flower with dipped in sandal paste is Om Ete Gandha Pushpe. Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha is offered to Dwara Devatas, guardian deities of the door. Offer a flower touched with sandal paste towards the southwest corner. Wherever you are sitting, watch the direction. You know what is north, east, west, south. So now, which is the direction here? Southwest. What is that southwest corner in Sanskrit? Nairutya Kona. Kona means corner, or the direction, Kona. Then Nairutya means southwest. Saying Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Brahmane Namaha. You are worshipping Brahma. Brahmane. This flower is for, now that is also the guardian deity, the creator, Brahmane Namaha. Om Ete Gandha Pushpe. This flower besmeared with sandal paste is offered to Brahma, Brahmane Namaha. Then again take another flower dipped in sandal paste and worship it, saying Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Vastu Purushaya Namaha. So I have explained in detail about who is Vastu Purusha, what is Vastu Purusha, with all the pictures in the beginning of the lectures. So you can refer to that, the theory portion. So what are the mantras? Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha. Will you repeat it? Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha Namaha. Then again offer a flower touched with sandal paste towards the southwest corner. You have to note this southwest corner, Nairutya Konaha, saying Om Ete Gandha Pushpe. The first flower Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha towards the direction of the Dwara, door. Now for Brahmane Namaha, you have to throw the flower towards the, or keep it, place it towards in the southwest direction. That is Nairutya Konaha. Saying Om, please repeat it, Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Brahmane Namaha. Next, Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Vastu Purushaya Namaha. The same direction. Tell the mantra. You have to place this flower or put that flower towards that direction. Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Vastu Purushaya Namaha. So now we have finished the theory portion of Dwara Puja. Now the video will be shown, whereby Swami Yadavendranandaji Maharaj will showing how to do this Dwara Puja. After Samanyargya, the second step is Dwara Devata Puja. Second step. See that prokshana, sprinkling water. Now worshipping Brahmane Namaha. First Dwara Devata. Then Ete Gandha Pushpe Brahmane Namaha. Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Vastu Purushaya. So now the Dwara Devata Puja is over. The demonstration is also over. You saw how Swamiji was sitting on the asana and did this puja. First was Samanyargya. The second process is Dwara Puja, Dwara Devata Puja. So the reverential offering and salutations to the doorkeepers is called Dwara Puja or Dwara Devata Puja. The reverential offerings and salutations to the doorkeepers of the Lord dwelling place, which is the temple itself, for or any place of worship is being done here. Further, the creator Brahma and the deity presiding over the building, any building, the presiding deity or one who is supporting that is called Vastu Purusha. So Brahma is the creator deity. So we are worshipping both of them. Further, the creator Brahma and the deity presiding over the building Vastu Purusha, they are also worshipped with the flower dipped in sandal paste. Through subsequent mantras, we saw that with the mantra, and also we saw the demonstration done by Swamiji there. So that is the significance of Dwara Puja or Dwara Devata Puja. Next, we are going to the next step. What is that next step? Bhuta Apasarana. Bhuta in Sanskrit means there are different meanings. Bhuta is elements. Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apa, Teja, all those things. That is also one of the name. Bhuta means elements. Now another meaning for Bhuta is living beings. Any living beings is called Bhuta. Then that which is another meaning is there that is used here as that the evil spirits or ghosts or demons, that is also called Bhuta. So here Bhuta Apasarana means to chase away, to drive them away, the evil spirits. So it is the ghosts, the evil spirits and other things which are there already there stationed in the room where you are using to worship or the temple. So they are to be chased now. Here what are the evil spirits? It is the ignorance, the negativity. So they are to be chased. So with this mantra. So that is called Bhuta Apasarana, driving away the evil forces. So what is the process? How to do that? Before that I will take you through the significance with the. So everywhere the purification, the Pancha Shuddhi it is called. 5 types of purification. The 5-fold purification. Purification, Shuddhi or Shodhanam. Shodhana is also purification. Is an indispensable part of worship. You cannot give it up. Indispensable means it has to be done. Purification is simply the restoring of a thing to its own real nature. So in real nature everything is God, consciousness. But because of our desires and our limited indriyas, the senses, we perceive only the ordinary things. But in reality they are all consciousness of God. So seeing everything as it is in its real nature is purification. That is the idea of purification. Now you came to know what is purification? Seeing God in everything. So what is that? How is that? I have explained it. The 5-fold purification, Shuddhi or Shodhana. When you filter water for having only pure water, that is also called Shodhana. Filtering is called Shodhana. So Shuddhi or Shodhanam, purification is an indispensable part of worship. You cannot give up this Shodhana or Shuddhi in puja. You have to perform it. Purification is simply the restoring of a thing to its own real nature. By nature, everything is Parabrahma, the highest Godhead consciousness. Everything, Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. Upanishadic statement, Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. Everything in this world, whatever you see is God, consciousness, Brahma. Any other, in Ishavasya Upanishad also it is told, Ishavasyam Idam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatyan Jagat. That is also telling the same thing. So, by nature, everything is God, Brahman, consciousness. The form in which it appears to us is really a superimposed form. So, because of our desires, ignorance, this idea is superimposed. Just like in the darkness, semi-darkness, when you are coming, the farmer saw a snake. He ran away, bought the light and stick to kill and chase that snake. And when he came with the light, he saw it was only a rope. So on the rope, this snake, because of his fear or ignorance or the semi-darkness or semi-light, twilight, that is ignorance, it looked like a snake. So the snake idea was superimposed on the rope. Reality was the rope, but that snake idea was superimposed. Likewise, everything in this world is Parabrahma. The universe is God, consciousness. But because of our ignorance, this world, whatever we are seeing now as the kosha, kushi, the wall, the door and everything, in reality is God, Brahman, in real nature. But because of our ignorance, these things are superimposed. We are seeing all these different things, varieties. The form in which it appears to us is really a superimposed form. Purification here, the process of purification means removes this superimposition, the ignorance, and reinstates the thing to its own nature, which is God, Parabrahman or consciousness, Chaitanya. So a fivefold purification is enjoined in worship at the very outset, in the beginning itself. Pancha Shuddhi, Pancha means five. Shuddhi means fivefold purification. Is the purification of the following five components. The worshipper, person who is worshipping is worshipper. The place in which he worships is purified. The mantra with which he is worshipping is purified. The ingredients of worship is purified. And also the deity, the metallic thing or anything, the Shivalinga or whatever the photo which we are worshipping, that is also purified. These are the Pancha Shuddhis. No worship becomes fruitful without this fivefold purification. So without this fivefold purification, if you do any worship, it will not be much purified or much fruitful. Worship is a divine act and therefore important. Importance is given to the divine aspect of everything. To the divine aspect of a thing that is always considered. Purification is meant to make even an ordinary object useful for spiritual practices. Why is purification done? Purification is meant to make even an ordinary object useful for spiritual practices by the power of the mantra and the mudra. It is only the divine aspect of a purified object that assumes importance in the mind of sadhaka. It is only the divine aspect of the purified object that assumes importance in the mind of the sadhaka. Sadhaka is spiritual aspirant, the worshipper. Thus, the scriptures ordain that all these, the worshipped, the worshipper, the worshipped, the articles used for worship, the place of worship and the mantra used for worship be looked upon as divine, God himself. Atma Shuddhi, purification of the worshipper, that is who is going to worship ourselves, includes the ceremonial bath. You have to take bath before coming, wearing washed cloths. Bhuta Shuddhi, pranayama and nyasa, etc. Cleaning the place of worship, decorating with flowers, burning incense and lighting the lamps, etc. comprise sthana Shuddhi. What is sthana? The place you worship. Purification of the worship room. Chanting the Mula Mantra, the basic mantra pertaining to a particular deity as prescribed constitutes Mantra Shuddhi. Purification of the mantra. So sprinkling water on the articles of worship with the chanting of the appropriate mantras and showing the mudras are parts of Dravya Shuddhi, the articles which you use for worship. Purification of the articles of worship. Sprinkling water on the deity with the chanting of the prescribed mantra is a part of the Devata Shuddhi, the image or the photo or whatever you are using to worship. Here Shivalinga or Saligrama. So here we are using Baneshwara Linga. So purification of the worship, that is called. By this fivefold purification, the worshipper, the worshipped, the article of worship, the mantra and the place of worship becomes divine, which really is their true nature, God. So we have come to know why we are doing this. Now all these processes purification. See Dwara Devata Puja, now Bhumi Shuddhi, all this will happen. So we have come to know why we do it. Okay. Now Bhuta Apasarana or Vigna Apasarana. What is meant by that? We now are entering into this process. The next step. First one was Achamana, then Samanyargya, then Dwara Devata Puja or Dwara Puja, Now the next step is Bhuta Apasarana, or another name for that is Vigna Apasarana, meaning in English removal of evil spirits or evil obstacles. Vigna, removal of hurdles. So we have come to know the meaning of that step. What is it? Bhuta Apasarana or Vigna Apasarana. What is the significance? In order that the worship and the various observances connected with it may be performed smoothly and without any obstacles, and in order that the external world made of Panchabhuta, the five elements, Bhuta, the five elements may not present any hindrance. One prays at the very outset that all evil spirits be either dismissed or destroyed by the command of Lord Shiva, who is also known as Bhutanatha. Bhutanatha means Bhutapati. Shiva's another name is Bhutanatha, Bhutapati, who is the commander of all these ghosts, are all under his control. So, by his command, everything will be destroyed, or they have to run away from here. If they don't run away from our place where we are now doing puja, they will be destroyed. So, invoking Lord Shiva, who is Bhutanatha, the Lord of the ghosts and hobgoblins, Bhuta. Invoking his grace is also one of the purposes of this ritual. This is clear from the mantra used for the Bhuta Apasarana. So now we have learnt what is the significance of all these Panchashuddhi, what is purification process, and in that the first one is Bhuta Shuddhi. So now let us go through the process of Bhuta Shuddhi. What is this Bhuta Shuddhi, or removal of the hurdles, ritualistic way how we are doing it. Bhuta Apasaranam, protection against obstacle from the evil spirits. Taking some rice in the left hand. You know, akshata, rice is there. What is that rice? Akshata means? Kshata means broken. Akshata means unbroken. So that rice is called akshata. Again, what is unbroken? God, Chaitanya, Akhanda. So taking some rice in the left hand and left arm, keep it some rice, maybe some 8 or 10 grains, and covering it with the right, cover it like this. We're taking the rice here in the hand like this, yeah, and covering it with the right hand like this. We have to do japa, mantra, 7 times like this on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 times, okay. So we have to cover that rice with the right hand and do the japa. Repeat Phat. As I told earlier, Phat is used for removing or chasing away that Agnana, ignorance, or the negative feelings. That word, Bija Mantra, Phat is used. So repeat Phat 7 times, keeping count on the finger of the right hand. So how to do the japa, the Guru shows you how to count on the finger. See, the finger is like this. So the ring finger, it will start with the middle of the ring finger. Don't pinch it with the nail of the finger, thumb. It should not with the nail, but it should just touch the center. And also the hand should not be placed on that. Here there are divisions, you see, there are marks here, cut marks, not on that, in between that. That is the way to do the japa. Okay, starts on the ring finger center, 1, then second down bottom, 2, then the small finger. This is ring finger is Anamika, this Kanishta, Kanishta means small. Okay, 1, 2, 3, bottom, middle 4, top 5, then again top of the ring finger 6, then top of the middle finger 7, top of the forefinger 9, that is index finger, then middle of the forefinger, the index finger, at 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is how we have to count. Now 7 times we have to count. Start with the middle of the ring finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times, Phat, 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 Phat. So that will be shown now. This is the way how to count it. So now in this Bhutapasarana, repeat Phat 7 times, keeping count on the finger of the right hand. Then scatter rice. After that, purifying that rice with that Phat mantra. You have to scatter this rice. You have purified it with the mantra on all sides, everywhere. With Naracha Mudra. Naracha, not Naracha or Nara. It is Na elongated Racha. Naracha Mudra. What is that Naracha Mudra? Like this. When you use the arrows, put it into the bow, string it and pull it and leave the arrow. So how do you use that? Like this. These two fingers. The thumb and the forefinger. Pull it and leave it. So we use it for releasing the astra, missiles. So that is the Naracha Mudra. So now, then scatter on all sides with the Naracha Mudra, all the direction. Chanting the following mantra, ringing the bell. In the left hand you will be ringing the bell. All that grain, that's why I told only 7 or 8 grains, not too much. Then you keep it here and sprinkle it on that. While sprinkling and telling the mantra, you have to ring the bell in the left hand. That will be demonstrated now. What is the mantra? Om Sarva Vignanutsaraya. Sarva Vigna Utsaraya. Om Sarva Vignanutsaraya. Om Phat Swaha. Om Apasarpantu Te Bhuta Ye Bhuta Bhuvi Samstitaha. Ye Bhuta Vignakartaraste Nashyantu Shivagnaya. Will you please chant it? Om Sarva Vignanutsaraya. Om Sarva Vignanutsaraya. Om Phat Swaha. Om Phat Swaha. This time we made a mistake. We have this all mantra already recorded. We should have put it on the screen. We forgot to do that. Sorry for that. Next time we will be bringing in all that slides and putting that mantra. Om Apasarpantu. Om Apasarpantu. Te Bhuta. Te Bhuta. Ye Bhuta. Ye Bhuta. Bhuvi Samstitaha. Bhuvi Samstitaha. Ye Bhuta. Ye Bhuta. Vignakartaraste. Vignakartaraste. Nashyantu. Nashyantu. Shivagnaya. Shivagnaya. Okay, that is the mantra. Now we have finished doing the Bhutapasaranam. Now the video will be put on to show you how to perform it. Watch the video carefully and we will end with that video, and I will tell you the significance, deeper significance in the next class, because we already completed our time. Please watch the video. Bhutapasaranam. See, the rice is taken in the hand by Swamiji and kept it on the left hand. Now that is covered and japa is being done. Phat, phat, phat. Now sprinkle, taking it in the Naracha Mudra, ringing the bell. You can see the mantra also is told. Washing the hands. After every step, we have to wash the hands. Whatever you touch, you have to wash your hands with Ganga water. So that purification process is also important. You have to wash your hands at every step. The ending of the step and the beginning of the step is indicated by washing the hands. So that's why you could see at the end of the step, the washing of the hand is done. See, the mantra, the volume was low. We will next time increase the volume and we could hear the mantra. Om Sarva Vignanutsarya Hum Phat Swaha. Om Apasarpantu Te Bhuta Ye Bhuta Bhuvisamsitaha. Ye Bhuta Vignakartaraste Nashyantu Shivagnaya. That is the mantra I have taught you also. So the Bhuta Apasarana mantra is over, and I will give you the significance, deeper significance in the next class. So we have completed that all these steps. So now we are seeing it, everything one by one. The demonstration is being done, how to do it. You can go refer to the earlier, we have the slides, the mantra, the meaning of it, everything is there in the earlier beginning classes. You can refer to that also. But now also again, to replenish your memory, I am giving it again so that it will not be difficult for you to go there and search it. If you can go there and search it, that's wonderful. You will get more deeper knowledge. But here also, while before explaining that, I will be taking you through the meaning of the mantra, significance of it. ॐ प्रियतां पुण्डरीकाक्षः सर्वयज्ञेश्वरो हरिः तस्मिन् तुष्टे जगत्तुष्टं प्रीणिते प्रीणितं जगत् हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।